Hello and welcome to Active Bryant Systems. Please subscribe there and I'll play my rattle for you. So this is a Peruvian rattle which I use for opening your chakras and realigning and rebalancing you. And the video today is all about parasites and how they can wreck your training, your muscle gains, your definition, and your fitness and your health and your well-being in general. Now, I've had 5 different types of parasites, so I'm talking from experience, and I've helped lots and lots of clients discover that they've got parasites, and this could be linked to their pain, their stress, their anxiety, why they can't sleep at night, and things like that affecting their whole health and general well-being. So I've read a lot of books on parasites. So the first one I've read was Guess Who Come for Dinner? So a really good book about parasites and making you understand that they're hidden and then they can get into the body and create havoc. Then the next one I got a clinical pathology book. There you go. Studied that as well. Found out more about parasites. Then we've got, this is a really good book. This is Everybody Has Parasites. Really good book. Written by Valerie Saxton, ND, so a doctor has written that book. And then here's another book, The Parasite Menace. Really, really good book to educate yourself again. And then the next one is Parasite Diagnosed. So you can look at parasites and understand them at a deeper level and what they can cause. There's some healing remedies in these books, but some of them don't work and some of them do work. So in my experience of getting parasites, the first one that I got was a few years ago when I went to Thailand. And many people, they go away to Thailand, India, these hot countries, these hot climates, and they're drinking the water and they're eating the food that's washed under the tap, and they're not using bottled water because that would be way too expensive. So this is when the parasites can creep inside the body. A percentage of us have got parasites in our system naturally, which are naturally always there. But you've got the bad parasites that can really cause a problem. So if you're trying to gain muscle mass and you can't sleep all the way through the night, this could be a sign of that you may have a bug in the system, okay? On top of that, you may find that you're getting anxious and stressed. A parasite can cause that. Now, I recently had a call from a new client that's getting red marks under their arm, and that's going to be caused maybe by a parasite or a fungal infection. So there's many things that can cause problems with the skin. It can be the deodorant you're using, it can be the food that you're eating, or it could be a bug in the system. So after having 5 different parasites myself and working with many, many clients and helping them to get over their parasite infestations, I found that there's things that you can do to protect yourself. So first of all, if you suspect you've got a parasite, you need to go to either your doctor, but in my opinion, they haven't got a clue. You know what I mean? I went to my doctor a couple of years ago and said I thought I had a parasite. Doctor said, "What makes you think you got a parasite?" Well, I said, "My bum keeps itching and I see a big slow worm come out of my bum." And the doctor went, "I don't agree with you got a parasite, but we'll send you to a special clinic to have a check done." And we had the check done, and I did have a parasite. And they give me some medication to take to get it out of the body, to kill it out of the body. But the medication that they gave me, the side effects were so severe that they caused more harm than good. So everything that I do with my clients is very holistic. It's all about balancing the body and making sure that you don't go through pain or stress in which to get rid of these problems that you may be having. So another thing with parasites is that they can curb your appetite or increase your appetite. So you may be eating tons and tons of sugar. You don't want to eat sugar, but you are, because the parasite is controlling the brain and making you think you need to eat more and more food or sugary foods. Then you gain body fat, and you wondering why. I'm training 4 days a week, I'm not sleeping at night, I'm eating all this sugar, this is so unusual, and I'm gaining body fat. I'm not gaining muscle mass. And this could be why, because the parasites are very, very clever at staying alive. So one parasite which I see in many, many, many people is fungus. Now, in a couple of books, they say that you can't have one without the other. So if you have a fungus, you'll have a parasite. And if you've got a parasite, you'll have a fungus. Okay, and I've seen that in 40 labs of where I've been working with clients. It's never normally just one. It's normally multiple bugs that they've got in the system that's affecting their brain. It's affecting the way that they think. It's affecting their work. It's affecting their sleep. It's affecting their habit patterns. It's giving them insane dreams. It's making them feel like they're going mad. So when you have these multiple parasite infections, this can be caused by your gut not working. So not having a good enough amount of friendly bacteria to bad bacteria. It should be 50-50, I've been told. So when you have 50-50 balance in the gut, then you've got the parasite fighting tools in your body in which to keep them out of the body. But unfortunately, many of us will have diets where we're drinking too much alcohol every weekend, eating too much sugar, and smoking and going to bed late so the body can't clean itself and rebalance itself. And this will cause parasite infestations. And obviously going on multiple holidays where it's a very hot climate and you're not used to that, and they're not cleaning the food or they're using stagnant water and stuff like that. This is how you can pick up these parasites. We do have parasites in our bodies naturally, but these parasites are not causing harm. It's when they become overgrown in the body that they can cause real problems. And you've really got to see somebody like myself to help you track and find out what ones they are and what parasite herbs you need to take to get rid of it. So you've got to remember that if you start, I speak to many people and they're all self-diagnosing themselves on Google, or they're reading a book and self-diagnose, oh, I'll take this, I'll take wormwood, I'll take some rice, I'll take some black seed, I'll take some oregano oil. Now, unless you know which bug you've got, if you've got a bug that can go into the brain or go into the liver or go into a different part of the body and it's in your gut and you put in something in there that it doesn't like, that's where it's going to go. So it can cause a multitude of problems. So you've really got to think about what you're doing before you start self-medicating when it comes to parasites. Okay? You can have an infestation of worms in the body that could be in all your food, and that may be why you're mega skinny and you can't put on weight in the gym. You may be gaining huge amounts of body fat and can't get the weight off because you've got a white tongue and you've got a fungal infection, or the white tongue can be because there's a liver problem as well. So I look at all this to find out exactly what is going on with the client or what is going on with your body. But obviously I'm not I can't see in your body with you standing there. I need to make sure that lab work is done to find out exactly, to pinpoint what the problem is. Now, I've had a few clients in lots of pain, done a lab, found out there's a parasite, got rid of the parasite, pain goes away. And the reason why that happens is that when the parasite is inside the body, it's constantly excreting its poo inside your body because it's eating you. It's eating whatever you're eating, or it may be in your organ. So I know it's a horrible thing to talk about, but it's really important if you want peak health. And so when I had H. pylori is a type of parasite that can give you stomach ulcers, it can make you feel horrible, can give you joint pain, which I've had before, and just make you feel really run down. And I come back from Thailand, my joints are aching, and I'm like, said to my girlfriend, you know, what the hell's going on? And she went, well, get this lab test done and find out. My estrogen was through the roof as well. I was eating really healthy, but I had all this joint pain. I was having acupuncture, I was doing corrective exercise, I was having massage, and nothing was working. So when I had the lab test done, it come back, it said that I had this parasite. So I went on a special protocol to get rid of it, got rid of the parasite, pain disappeared, I was back to normal. Then I found out that I had giardia. This was like a couple of years on, and I think what I might have done, they're so easy to pick up. I think what I might have done is that I had some stagnant water. I had some water in my bag, and I forgot how old it was, and I drank it. That could be a way I've got infested. Or I was working with a client that I'd done lab work with, and she had this parasite. So I could have picked it up through working with her, and she used to cook for us on a regular basis. So I don't know how good her hygiene was. So it could have been how I picked it up. Okay. So that parasite causes gut inflammation, can cause headaches, and can cause dizziness, flu-like symptoms, and give you the chills. And I was getting all of that. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why do I keep getting these bugs? So after having that, I've got rid of that. And then I was going through a stressful part of my life, started eating more sugar, and because sugar I like, and my mind likes it, but my body doesn't, and found out that I had a fungal infection. So over the winter months, I had no sugar. I went on this antifungal diet, lost loads of weight, felt really good after losing loads of weight, and got rid of the fungal infection once and for all, and it's not come back, which I'm really, really pleased about. Because I don't drink alcohol. Alcohol doesn't agree with me, or it does. I do like it to get the pissed feeling from it, but I don't like the taste of it, so I don't drink it, so I stay away from it. And I don't want to get a fungal infection again, because when you get a fungal infection, you get green toenails, you get yellow feet, you get, if you walk around and you see men and women with really red faces all the time, that's a sign of a severe fungal infection. And maybe a white tongue is another sign of severe fungal infection, and maybe getting lots of spots everywhere which you've never had before, or you've had for a long time, and you're drinking lots of alcohol, but you don't want to drink lots of alcohol. So these are signs of like severe fungal infections. And when you've got a severe fungal infection, it's suppressing your immune system. You need to get the healthy bacteria back inside the gut. You need to rebalance the gut in which to get healthy. You need to get rid of that fungus. We all have H. pylori in our gut. We all have a percentage of fungus in our gut. We have good bacteria. We have bad bacteria. So I've had clients go to their doctor, and the doctor says it's all normal, but they don't understand what the labs that I do and what the readings mean, because a doctor only does 2 days of their 6 years of studying on nutrition and gut health. So that's 2 days on nutrition and gut health. That's why many people will go to the doctor with these symptoms of a parasite infection, fungal infection, or getting headaches for no reason, and all these different problems that they go to the doctor with. And what does the doctor do? He gives you antibiotics. And what do the antibiotics do? They wipe out all the friendly flora inside your gut. They kill all the good things, and then you get a severe fungal infection. Then they give you some drops to put under your tongue or on top of your tongue to kill it in the mouth, but not kill it in the gut. And then there's side effects from what they're giving you. I know, because I've been there, I've done that. I've worn the t-shirt. So when I'm working with clients, I explain all this so they in-depthly know about parasites and bugs and what they can cause. So there was, a long time ago, there was a practitioner who I know, and they had a very, very bad infestation. They had this bloating belly. They had very bad smelly skin. They kept farting. They couldn't sleep. They thought they were going schizophrenia. They thought they was going mad, and they had worms inside their body. So if you think you're going mad, or you think you're getting schizophrenia, or you're suffering from anxiety, these are the things that you need to look at, because your anxiety may not be coming from your mental state. It could be coming from the bug that's in the system that's causing the problem, which none of the doctors are looking at. And I know, I've been there again, went to the doctor said, go and do some CBT treatment, you're stressed, you're self-employed, you need to go to this thing, you know, every day for, no, not every day, once a week for 9 months, and there's no cure, but you'll feel better. Now, ever since I've been lab tested myself and found out what was going on and doing the protocol, no attacks. Weight normalised. Sleep as normalised. Energy levels as normalised. I've never had bad skin, so I've been lucky there. So strength is going up. I'm feeling better. So through my own experience, I've realised that the doctors are getting it wrong. And I feel, maybe this is wrong of me to say, but I feel that some of the labs the doctors are doing are so simplified and not going deep enough because the NHS is in such trouble money-wise that they don't want to spend the money anymore. So because they don't want to spend the money anymore, it's stopping you from getting, sorry, I just had an email coming. It's stopping you from getting into peak health. So with the parasites, if you're not sleeping good and you're waking up 3 o'clock in the morning, urinating, and you're not over 50, this could be the reason why. If you've got bad skin, this could be the reason why. If you're eating the bad food all the time and you don't want to eat it, this could be why. If you're suffering from chronic anxiety, this could be why. So I suggest that if you're suffering from anxiety, stress, or you're overweight and you can't get the weight off and you're in pain, these tests must be done. Because if you don't, you may be going for the wrong area in which to get yourself pain-free and for the body to normalise and for you to get your health back. Okay? Parasites eventually kill us. So if you're not looking after yourself and you're not looking after your general health and well-being, and you're training like a nutcase and you can't get the weight off and you can't get in shape, I can definitely help you. And I really feel for you because I've been there. I know what it's all about. And the practitioners that I know that are very, very good at what they do have all been through the ringer, not my ringer, but through the ringer, and they've had these problems that they've rectified in themselves, so they know how to rectify it in you. And I've got 17 years of experience of helping people with a multitude of problems, because as a master Chek practitioner level 4 in London, clients just don't come to me with one thing. There's always more than one thing, because Chekis, compared to a normal personal trainer, we do 140 assessments on the body. We do another 100 assessments on your diet and lifestyle. Then if we do lab work, there could be 10 labs that you need to do. There could be 5 labs that you need to do. So from that point of view, we don't leave any stone unturned. Whereas you go to the doctor, need to take antibiotics. I've got hemorrhoids, antibiotics. I've got a headache, antibiotics. I've got shoulder pain, antibiotics. My heart keeps palpitating, antibiotics. So I believe the reason why we're getting sicker as a nation, because the doctors are overdoing it with the antibiotics. And the government have now said for the doctors to give out less antibiotics and give people more healing remedies. So they're starting to believe in healing remedies, whereas at one time they was poo-pooing it all in the media about healing and natural remedies because they fucking work. That's why, and the drug companies are not making as much money as they were before. Like, if you look at the history in America, what's been going on, they've been giving people with opium-based painkillers, and because the average person can't afford the opium-based painkillers, they've been going to the heroin dealer and becoming a heroin addict. So you've really got to be careful. If you've got these symptoms that you're not gaining mass, you can't sleep at night, you're training as hard as you can, you can't lose the weight, you've got stinky, smelly bowel movements, you've got stinky, smelly body, and you've got spots that are unexplainable, then I can definitely help you. And if you want to do a free Skype session and you've watched to the end, please comment at the bottom about the video. Please subscribe right there. Look, just do it there and you get a bicep curl, a bicep pose. So I'm Scott Bryant. I hope you enjoyed this blog about parasites and how they can affect the whole of your body. and really wreak havoc with your life. And in my opinion, unless you're seeing a specialised doctor or a specialised practitioner like myself, you'll never get to the problem of it, to the root cause of it, sorry. So thank you very much. I'm Scott Bryant. Peace out. And guns, yeah, come on. 46 years old. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks very much.